The Dallas Police Department is built on a powerful culture of excellence, rooted in integrity, sacrifice, and an unwavering commitment to one another and to the community we serve. From day one at the Dallas Police Academy, recruits are challenged to meet the highest standards, not only in skill and discipline, but in character and heart. The Academy is where the threads of our strong department begin, a true family bound by trust, accountability, and a shared purpose. Every recruit class weaves its own strength into that legacy. Class 406 stands as another proud example, showing resilience, unity, and a deep commitment to carrying the badge with honor, because they are the future of the Dallas Police Department. Today we are sitting with the Chief of the Dallas Police Department and 2 recruits from Class 406 to gain perspective on what this culture of excellence means, how it is built, and how it will carry the Dallas Police Department forward.
But it's all those other people who really, really want us and show us the love. And you got to think about those. And it just makes the job so much fun to do because you know you're making a difference. And that has driven me to be the very best. So my goal is for us to be the best police department in the United States. Let's give everybody the recognition who's actually done the work. I'm not out there doing the work. I'm just giving you the ability to do the work. I want to highlight who's actually doing the work. Everything's about a sport. We want to win the championship. Leadership's an active sport. How do you win a championship? It's by teamwork. I'm looking forward, and I think we're going to make Dallas PD even better than what it was. You know, my thing is, hey, let's put out the facts. Dallas is kicking butt. We're keeping everybody safe here in Dallas.
I want to welcome back on Chief of Police, Chief Comeaux, for another Go time. Chief, thanks for coming back.
Happy to be here, good brother.
So I had an idea for this episode. Every time he comes on, we talked about leadership, we talk about new movement, but I wanted to have a different type of episode. This is going into my 29th year. There's many police officers in Dallas that have come through since 1881, and it's kind of rare that you get FaceTime with the chief of police. It really is. There hasn't been many of you come through these doors. So I had an idea about some of the youth and some of the future of our department actually getting to sit with you and speak to you and actually ask questions and you ask questions of them. I thought it'd be something different that we've never had. So
I'm probably a little bit more nervous than them.
No, I don't think so.
I don't know what's going to come from their mouth,
Hey, I don't either. We have editing rights, so we have Casandra Palmer.
Yes, sir.
And we have Jeremy Delafuente.
Hello.
So I want to get this out of the way. So he's here. I want you to say it to his face.
Yeah, I heard about it. I know y'all got something to say. Oh, now they don't want to talk? No, I heard about it. I was ready. Come on.
No, tell him. He's right here.
What you got to say?
Cassandra, why are you walking out? Don't walk out. Okay. Hey, now it's jokes. Joe, hey, class 406, it's jokes. Nobody's getting hurt.
Some push-ups.
Yeah, do some push-ups. They do plenty of them.
Yep.
All right. Palmer, I want you to tell the listener a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, so my name's Cassandra Palmer. I was born and raised in Miami, Florida. I am the eldest daughter to Jamaican parents. I'm first generation, and I've attained my bachelor's in business marketing at Florida International University. I'm the eldest daughter. So the eldest daughters, we have a lot of shoes to fill. We carry a lot of weight in the family. So I'm the first to even pursue a career in law enforcement. My work history, so before coming to Dallas, I was working at Steve Madden for about 6 years, and all while doing this full time. I was pursuing my college degree, so that was a lot on my plate at the time. And working at Steve Madden for those 6 years, I learned a lot about people dealing with customers from all over the world. I learned how to communicate, how to negotiate, just a lot, because in customer service, you get whatever attitude and whoever walks in that day.
Wait you get on the streets.
Exactly. It's patience. If you want to learn some patience, work in retail. And then after about 6 years, I wanted to utilize my degree. I didn't want my money to go to waste. So I tried to go into something like more corporate world. And I worked at a cancer institution for about 2 years and behind the desk. And now I'm here.
I have a question for her. I have to ask. Most of your listeners probably won't get this, but I'm going to see if she gets it. I'm going to see if she's real right now. Okay. Is it curry chicken or chicken curry?
Curry chicken.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
All right. I happen to be married to a Caribbean woman who would disagree with you.
Where she's from, Trinidad? Curry chicken.
Some of y'all will never get that, but don't worry about it. She gets it.
Googling it when
she gets it.
Jeremy, you're up.
Yes, sir. If I start rambling, please stop me.
We'll pull out the hook. And
so we have to talk a lot here.
So I'm local to Oak Cliff, born, raised. Went to Sunset, graduated from Sunset. I tried
Bisons.
Yep. Rosemont as well. They're Bisons. I tried college, figured it wasn't for me then. I would love to go back now, but that can wait at the moment. Joined the military. I'm on my 13th year in the United States Navy. I did 6 years active and the rest reserves. Married for 12, 3 kids, and glad to be back home.
How old are them kids?
Whew. So one's about to be 3, one is 8, and one just turned 10.
So he wanted to become an officer to get out the house.
Yeah. So,
honey, I have to work overtime.
He's got a unique. I do want you to kind of tell the listeners. So you went into the military and tell us why. I know the backstory.
Yeah. So 4th grade, Rosemont Elementary. It was September 11, 2001. I think we all know where this is going. Our teacher dragged in the rolling TV, and she was in distraught. I didn't know at the time, what it meant. But as I got older, I completely understand, with the whole 9/11 incident. It made me want to join the military. So when I got 21, I think, decided just to join. I didn't look into, what the military was about. I just joined, and, I'm still here.
Now, let me ask you this. Why? Yeah. So you're going into like DPD. Why did you want to come here? I know you're in Oak Cliff. You grew up in Oak Cliff, and you're from the city. Mm-hmm. Why did you think about DPD?
So when I was active duty, there was the morning I woke up, we set up the cafeteria, the mess decks, and I sat down on one of my breaks, opened social media, and I read about the events that occurred on July 7th, 2016. And, to me, it hit me really hard, even though I had no hands with DPD or any ties to it at all.
But it was your city.
It's home for me, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it hurt me, so that's why I'm here. For sure.
So that's why you wanted to come and serve with us. That incident, okay. Cassandra?
Yes, sir.
You came a long way to come take this job.
Yes,
Tell us. You sent me your bio, and I thought it was interesting. Some of the research you've done. I thought that was fascinating to me. Can you tell us about what all you did before you even got applied for our academy?
So first things first. Online, TikTok. Instagram, that's the new Google, believe it or not. And then during my hiring process, I decided to take a flight out for the night and choose to do a ride-along. So when I did my ride-along, I think they were between switching shifts. So when I got there, one of the officers was like, is there another day you can come? Because no one's available right now. And I was like, not really, because I leave out the next morning. And he was like, the next morning? I'm like, yeah, I only came here to do the ride along. And he was like, girl, you must really want this job.
You did a ride along with DPD?
Yes,
okay.
I did a ride along in Channel 3. So he told me to come back at a certain time, and I came back, did the ride along with the senior corporal, and I appreciated doing the ride along because he gave me the ins and outs of the departments. He was very transparent, the pros and the cons. Just like any department, there's pros and cons, and I appreciated it. And the ride along solidified everything I needed.
I like that.
No, I do
I
too.
like that.
So, honestly, you come from a background in marketing and sales. What made you want to become a police officer?
So, let's take it back a little bit. Around 25, they say the frontal lobe develops at 25. So, I wanted something better in life at the time. I had no way of like a path, I should say. I had no guidance for retirement. I had nothing. My parents, Jamaican, they don't know much. I did everything on my own. So after talking, I was complacent behind the desk. I was like, I cannot see myself doing this for 30 years. I just cannot. And it so happens that I have some family friends. I had some family friends who work for Chicago, and we so happen to be in your city, Chief. And I was talking to one of the officers, and she was telling me, hey, girl, if I could do it, you could do it. And that was another thing that made me like, I could do this, because she looked like me, a black woman who was successful in her field, doing an amazing job out there.
Okay. You did a lot of research into the city of Dallas. Other than the ride along, you kind of like the weather.
Yes. That's important.
Yeah. No, tell us
I'm
why.
from Miami.
How'd you like last week with all that ice?
Oh, that was not fun. I
agree.
That wasn't fun. That wasn't fun. If I were to work in Chicago, the weather there is 10 times worse with the snow. I would be doing a disservice to myself and probably the department, because I just would not be comfortable. Their cold temperature gets in the negatives. I just don't know if I can handle that.
I agree.
Yeah, we didn't like that. Chief's bundled up right now.
Man, I don't like the cold.
Chief, do you have any questions, Joel?
No, I'm ready to go. I'm curious to see what they're going to ask.
Okay. All right. Cassandra, you're up.
Oh, I'm
Just
up.
Listen, you're rep. I don't want to tell the listener they were handpicked by their class advisor and their coordinator to represent class 406 and really the academy. This is the first time we've had this. We have rookies. I mean, basically rookies, recruits in the academy come on the show. So you were handpicked for a reason. So I know you're nervous. I mean, we're all nervous. This is something new for us too. Yes. Chief's not nervous. He doesn't get nervous.
No, I'm probably more nervous with these two than you three.
Yeah.
You three been in law enforcement a lot of years. I kind of already know what you're going to ask.
Right.
These two, I'm not quite sure.
Yeah, they're going to throw some fastballs at you. Chief. Hey, but they know you played baseball, so you can handle these fastballs.
Let's do it.
Let's go.
So, once we graduate, we'll be under your leadership, and I just want to know, what's one piece of advice you would want to stick with us for the remainder of our career in law enforcement?
Well, I love to say the first 2 years are the most important. Whatever you do your first 2 years will stick with you for about 10 years. If you go out there and you're lazy the first 2 years, you can start working at year 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and everybody's still going to say you're lazy. And if you go out there and crush it your first 2 years, it'll probably take officers 3, 4, 5, 6 years to realize that you're no longer working. So the first 2 years will build who you are as a law enforcement officer. So it's so important to go out there, be thirsty, learn, be aggressive when it's time to be aggressive, and sit back and listen and learn when it's time to listen and learn.
And I will say this about Chief and all of his episodes, even though I send him all the questions and all the flows, the man never preps. Okay, he comes in here, rolls in, and he just goes. I'm gonna piggyback off what he just said. Your reputation matters, and I will say that a bad reputation is harder to shake and takes longer to shake than a good reputation. Your reputation's all you got. If you play your cards right, your reputation walks in that door before you do. People know Cassandra Palmer. They know Jeremy Delafuente, right? You want to start off, like Chief said, it's crucial how you start this job.
That's 100% accurate.
Sir?
I guess it kind of follows up. So what's like one of your biggest pet peeves with new officers?
Wow. She asked with new officers. I thought she was about to ask with command staff, because then this was going to be like really good episode.
But you can do that too.
Look, just it kind of goes back to the first answer, just being thirsty. I want to see a new officer that really wants to be thirsty. And when I first became the chief here, I said I was going to do 3 things. I was going to look, listen, and learn, right? And that's so important even as a new officer. You want to look, listen, and learn. And what I suggest is when you go out there, you're kind of surveying the officers, and you're trying to see who's the best. And you want to see what you can grab from what they're doing. Who's the best? And then you also want to look at those who's not that good. And you're like, he doesn't have a good reputation, and she doesn't have a good reputation, or he or she's lazy. That's not what I'm going to do. So I'm looking for those who are thirsty, who wants to be the best, who wants to be good. You know, I don't have an appetite for someone who's graduating from the academy who's like, you know what? I just want a job and I want to get a paycheck every 2 weeks. I need someone who's hungry and wants to be good.
Curious, what is the day in a life working as chief of police?
Man,
Do a lot of podcasts.
look, every day is a little bit different, but they're all filled with a lot of meetings. And for me, I'll be quite honest with you, and hopefully not too many people listen to this that I have to meet with. My attention span's not that long. So any meeting that goes over 1 hour, man, you're going to probably lose me. So I need you to really stick and move. I need you to get in, tell me what I need to know. Let's make some decisions. Let's try to make everything better, and let's move on. But as a chief, you're in a lot of meetings. And my goal as the chief is to highlight all the great work that the department's doing and also get everything that the department needs. That's almost 1 and 2, and to set the tone, right? So I want to set the tone, but then I want to give empowerment to all of my chiefs to do their job at the highest level. And that's so important to me.
You had some questions from, might as well ask them now before we get to Jeremy. You had some, so class 40, they're 406, class 407 and class 408, there's some envy.
Man, how did they get questions in?
Yeah,
Right.
we wanted to pick their brain.
They're kind of
a
like,
little.
they're almost too new to even have a voice right now.
Yeah, true.
Well, I didn't want to tie it just to our class alone. I figured since we're recruits coming on, it should be an academy.
I think Joe's
thing.
trying to get more clicks on the podcast, so he wanted more class to.
I need them, man. We're hurting. We're hurting. Well, I want to tell you this, Chief. You're in the presence of a president.
Okay.
Class president.
Class president?
Yes,
Class
sir.
president.
Yes,
Wow,
sir.
so you're going to give the speech.
Yes,
he
sir.
is.
All right.
Yeah, you'll see him here on February 27th, right?
Don't trip when you're coming down the stairs.
I'll try not to. You'll catch
Yeah.
me.
Yeah. Hey, he's pretty strong.
Well, it's a fine line between laughter and making sure you're not hurt, though.
Yes, sir.
This is a question from one of our classmates. What steps is the department taking to recruit and retain more women in law enforcement?
So one of the things that we've talked about is identifying who's on the job and what's the background of that woman. And we started doing that already. We started looking at what type of women we have employed now. And I wanted to do more of a focused target approach at the women that we have on the job right now. And one of the things that came out was high school athletes and cheerleaders in high school. So we're really focusing on targeting women that were involved in sports. Here soon, we're going to have a Instagram, TikTok, X promotion going on with the Dallas soccer team and the Dallas police soccer team. We're going to do a joint effort on recruiting together, and I think that's going to be pretty powerful. Hopefully that goes extremely viral.
I just want to say, Chief, that you guys are doing a great job because the women's locker room, it's full. The lockers are full. So,
well, I am happy to that. And, several months ago, we started a class with the second largest amount of women, which was 19 to start that class with. That's an amazing number. We're going to keep doing our very best to recruit women because we need them.
Jeremy? President? I'm sorry.
Mr.
President. Mr. President, yeah, you're up.
I'll give you the easy question first. What do you enjoy most about leading this department since gaining your position?
Look, every day I wake up, I really smile to come to work. I'm having a blast. This has really been great. I left the government at the right time. I had been there for 28 years, and it was time for me to move on. I wanted a new challenge, and the Dallas Police Department was already good. It wasn't broken. But when I sat in the seat, I saw a few things that I can do differently. And I think to elevate the police department to even a higher level. And my goal is for everyone across the United States to know this is the number one police department in the United States.
That's
Goals.
right. That's right. What are some common reported issues that officers face in the field on a daily basis?
Well, now one thing about officers, we tend to complain sometimes when things are not good. And, a lot of times we tend to complain about leadership. And I'm going back to when I was an officer. And what I'm going to say about that is if you complain about leadership, one should consider leadership. So when you start off, you should always be focused at the present job, always be focused on the present job, but also have a plan. And if you have bad leadership, figure out what's bad about the person, figure out what's good about the person, and figure out how you're going to make a difference. So those who complain about different things on the police department, I am a chief that wants to hear the complaints. I tend to get away from my security detail from time to time and just stop in the stations, and then I get fussed at the next day like I'm a kid. But I enjoy hearing what the officers want to talk about, and not necessarily just complaints, but what they want to talk about to make the department better. And then I take it back here, and then I push it down and figure out, why aren't we doing this? Mm-hmm. Is this something that we can do? Because ultimately what I'm trying to do is make every officer come to work, be a little bit happier, because if they're a little bit happier, they're going to work that much harder to make the city safe.
Yep. What are some common mistakes you've witnessed, experienced, or have knowledge of that rookies do once off training, and how can it be mitigated?
So one thing I'll tell every young officer, never try to be a hero. Never try to create a heroic moment. But if one presents itself, be ready to work. Be ready to do it. Be ready to take action. And if you become a hero for something you do, outstanding. But if you try to create that moment, it's going to end bad for you. Okay. 9 out of 10 times.
Well said. Thank you.
It's almost like he prepped, but he didn't.
Yeah, so good.
There's a lot of good sound bites in this. I have some questions for y'all, so I'll go ladies first. So I want to talk about your experience in the academy. You're about to wrap it up. You're about to get on the streets for real. So can you tell the listener a little bit about your experience there? Would you like most? Would you like the least?
So I'll start with what I enjoyed now. I'm going to be honest. At first, I did not like reality-based training. I dreaded seeing those red shirts come in the classroom and started talking to us. But now I can appreciate the craft and the work that they put in to teach us. I can tell that they're very passionate. And now that we're 10 months in, basically, they want the best for us. I can also say that our driving course was also fun. I felt like it was learning how to drive all over again. It was very,
of course, it's different.
Yeah, it's very different. And then the last thing is coming here from out of state. I don't really have any immediate family here, so I would just say making 40 plus friends. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm glad you brought that up because we have a lot of people, Chief, coming in from out of state to do our job here, and they have no family, no friends, and it's really hard. And that's you're learning something new, and you have a lot of stress on you. And you even talking about the red shirts coming in, I could almost see the stress level going up talking about them. The red shirts and everybody in that academy, even the people that are hard on you, they're trying to keep you alive, yes, sir.
And that's what it's about.
Yeah. So my what was new to me, I guess, was the classroom setting all over again. I go crazy just sitting there staring at four walls. So finally getting out, doing reality-based training, the driving course, the firing range, it's fun, and it's an experience all in its own. That's the only thing I didn't like about it was just the four walls felt trapped, I guess, but that's me.
Yeah, that makes sense. No, and I listen, I'm so far out of classroom mode and study mode, I don't know what I probably wouldn't pass the first test, but it's okay. Cassandra, what'd you learn most about yourself in the academy? I mean, you go from one extreme, you're going from one extreme to another, and you're coming to a new city, and we're a big city.
Yes.
This is big time.
Yes. I learned that my resilience is stronger than I expected. Facing challenges that made me adapt, like you said, we're looked at, the pressures on in the academy. So it's basically teaching us how to stay grounded under pressure and showing up even when it's uncomfortable. Like doing this podcast is
Really?
Yeah. We have to get comfortable with doing. We have to be comfortable with doing a lot of things that's uncomfortable. So, yeah.
It's true.
Yeah, for me, it was just being that supervisor or that one that the class looks upon. I had past experience with my previous careers. One that I didn't talk about was telecommunications, and I was a supervisor for all different ages there. So coming here kind of taught me a lot about being comfortable in that position and hopefully being a trailblazer for them.
Yeah, you're not, and boss, you know this, you're not always going to make everybody happy with every decision. Just like any leader is, you try to make a decision and do what's best for the aggregate. And sometimes it's not always going to be the favorable decision. And you just got to, and I always say this, and everybody here that's worked with me, you don't have to have rank to be a leader. And just remember that, and don't let any rank hold you back from what you can be. Okay, don't think just because you take a test is what makes you a true leader and a difference maker in the department. You can challenge others, you can challenge yourself, and you can make everybody around you better and safer just by being you. But you just have to take on that role.
I agree.
I like it, man. I'm
You
learning so much.
taking
here.
notes?
Yeah, I am. I'm starting to think some of this is like pointed at me a little bit. I don't know. I see how King's working.
Yeah. Hint. There's a little nuggets here for you. I want to talk about the family atmosphere with the academy. Okay, so when I was in the academy, going 29 years ago, I couldn't wait to get out.
You're like a rookie, man.
I am like a rookie. You see this hair? It's great hair. So, looking back, we were getting paid really well. Especially y'all getting paid pretty well. And you got full benefits. You're getting the best training in the world by some of the greatest instructors and some of the greatest experiences, okay, that are going to be coming in and being in front of you. We have a great chief, right? That is because you're sitting here. But you're making lifelong friends. Even some of the people that you may not necessarily always agree with or sometimes get along with. But you're literally building a little family, and that's how any family dynamic. Nobody's sitting here as a family member that they actually like 100% of the time. But it is y'all that y'all are going to look back many years from now, and you're like, damn, I wish I would have appreciated that a little bit more. I hope y'all see that.
Yeah, I agree. We're about to graduate, and being in the classroom for 10 months, seeing the same people, at first it's like, I don't really like you guys. Y'all need to be quiet. Like, it's a lot. But I know once we graduate and when reality hits, it's like, dang, I miss these people. I miss the classroom settings. I have my college degree, and this is the most I've studied in my entire life. So it's an amazing feeling when you could just call one of your classmates and be like, hey, I don't understand this. Penal code is hard. Let's talk about it. Yeah. Or let's meet up. I think that's the greatest thing about having 40 plus brothers and sisters. Forever have their back, and our class saying is, no matter the risk, we got your six. So yeah.
I like that.
I do. Let's go.
Yep.
What did you gain most? I mean, you were kind of the de facto father of this family, for now.
Yes,
El
sir.
Presidente.
El Presidente sitting over there. We need to do like the presidential music when he speaks. So what has it meant to you kind of leading a little family?
Yeah, so being a father of 3, I get to the classroom and it's like being a father to 42. So we have our days, but I try to get everyone to get along. The classroom setting can be tough for everybody. It really can. I try to figure out how their problems affect them, what I can do to mitigate it. And that shows me to myself what kind of leader I can be. And I hope they see that. But yeah.
Let me ask you this. So it is you're juggling a lot. You're juggling a lot, starting a new career, a new profession. Was there times that you kind of question yourself that you could actually do this for this class?
Yeah, definitely. So I'm the second oldest. Sorry, Goza. I'm the second oldest in the class, and this is like a whole boot camp all over again for me.
Yes.
And I was 21 when I first was in boot camp, so I think Breakout Friday was probably the first day I questioned it. But it showed me that I do have the resiliency to hang in there, and I'm excited to see where it takes me, honestly.
When did y'all start?
May 7th, but I was a pre-hire and I started April. I forgot the date, but I was here a month prior.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where were you a pre-hire at?
So, I was a pre-hire here. And
I know, but where did they send you?
They sent me to Capers for 3 days, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then Tuesday and Thursday we went to the academy. So I got a taste of the academy.
So you know what? I know why we're doing this podcast with this class. This is actually my favorite DPD class.
Aww.
Tell us why.
How so? Yeah.
Because I call them all rookies.
They're
All of their badge number is going to be beneath my badge number. This is the first class that we're going to have every badge number beneath mine. Oh, see, look.
What's your badge number, sir?
13029.
I'm 16.
You're at 13016. I might trip you coming down the stairs. I've been waiting for this class to graduate. All the other classes, every time I'm giving out badge numbers, everyone, because the chief doesn't have a special badge number in Dallas, it falls right in. It's actually one of the things that I like. Just as we talked about in the past, the reason why I don't wear stripes on my sleeves. Yep. I feel like you need to earn it at the department you're at. I don't think you should just wear stripes because I've been a police officer since 1991. I need to earn it here. So I like the fact that my badge number is 13029.
Respect it.
Yeah, but I was like, hey, all these rookies behind me now.
You're finally getting people. You're finally getting seniority here.
I'm finally getting seniority,
Right.
except for one.
Right? Yeah, Mr. Prey, it's president.
President.
I guess president is over chief, right? That's what he told me before he got
Wow.
here. No, I mean,
I remember that. We'll
He
see.
told-
We'll
he
see
ju-
what
he
station he
just-
goes to first.
he just texted me that for
What
a while ago.
station is it that you want to go to?
I plead the fifth.
So y'all have any other questions for the chief? For
Yeah, I guess I do have one question. I was listening to a podcast, and you moved around a lot for work. How was the support like from your wife and family?
Well, I'm with my second wife now, so
way to go, Cassandra. Way to go.
yeah, way to open up a wound. I gave up half,
Hey,
but
chief, you're the wellness shooter. I'll take care of you.
It wasn't the easiest thing, but I had a wife that was supportive. I have two amazing boys that were supportive. They understood the goal and the mission. And the thing that I've learned, and for my two kids they're way smarter than I am. Like, they blow me out the water, and they're going to be way more successful than I am. They're already there. My 28-year-old's vice president already, and my 24-year-old is in his 3L at WashU for law school. They're going to be way better than I am. But the thing that helped me with the moves, when they got to high school and college, they told me the reason why they feel like they're so successful is because of all the moves that they did, because they were able to adapt and adjust. And they said, even though they were mad at me, every single time we moved, now they understand that moving helped them in their career. So that support there, and just hearing that from both of them, made all the moves really enjoyable, when I go back and think about them. They were all totally enjoyable because of the success that they're having.
Nice.
Yeah. So this is a question that comes from Class 407. I think it's a really good question. It is kind of reaching just because myself have not heard anything about it. But with officers working rotating and overnight shifts, has the department considered childcare options that better fit those schedules or collaborating with the program?
So we're actively working on childcare right now. I just met with the Women's Association. We had some very important meetings, and we're moving in the right direction on childcare. I do believe it's something that we're gonna reach. It's close. It's not here just yet, but it's getting closer. And I think Jennifer with the association is doing an amazing job teeing it up, and we're gonna keep swinging the bat until we get it.
Yeah, it's always been a challenge, and I mean, I would imagine in any department, that is a challenge when you have people working different shifts, and that's the business of law enforcement. But when I saw this question on there, I went, I figured how you were going to answer, because there is something in the works. I mean, and Jennifer's been trying this for a while, but it's looking better than it ever has been. She's
swinging the bat hard. She's doing a good job, and I'm gonna do everything I can do to push it over. Hey, do I get to ask questions too?
Yeah, please.
I'm just
please.
wondering why they get to ask all the questions.
And this concludes our.
Well, I'm curious. So, being from out of state and being from Miami, what can we do as the Dallas Police Department to attract more out of state officers to come?
I think you guys are doing a good job right now. Social media is the new, like I said, social media is the new Google. Promote more on Instagram and TikTok, showing up, going to those colleges, sometimes probably walking into the malls, posting up in the malls. That's where you'll find a lot of strong-minded individuals. Like I said, customer service teaches people a lot. But yeah.
Outside the military recruiting offices. Probably steal them away.
Well, I'm really proud of our HR program right now. I think we're doing a good job, but good is not good enough. I want to be great at it, and I want every class to start with 70. And here lately, we've been in the 60 plus range to the 70 range. My goal is to get 70 every time, and I think we might get 70 again on this next class.
Yeah, how many active classes are there right now? Five, yeah.
5.
And yeah, and that's the thing about DPD. We hire you around, and we're always trying to find an innovative way to get more people here. And I like what you said about the social medias, and even anybody that follows our social medias knows that I care about this department, and I care about the future of this department. That's why you're sitting here, and that's why we're doing the show with y'all, because this is a way to promote this place.
So one thing that I talked about a little bit before I took the chief job, and then since becoming the chief, I was a little worried about the 10-month academy. I was like, man, we got 10 months. 10 months. That's a long time, because a lot of other major cities are 6 months. And so that was one of my concerns when it came to recruiting. And I'll tell you, I'm off of 10 months being too long now, because I'm looking at some of the things that the new recruits are doing once they hit the street, and I feel like they're prepared. I feel like they're ready. And so I'm thinking now, hey, you know what? These extra 4 months are just doing a great thing for the recruits to go out day one and be more prepared. But I'm curious to hear your thoughts on that. Initially, I was like, look, man, give me my badge after 6 months. Let me go. But is the feeling that 10 months is too long, or you're like, you know what? I wish it was 6 months, but I do see some value that we're going 10 months.
Yes, at first, during my research, like you said, other departments are 6 months. So initially 10 months for me in the beginning was like, yeah, that was a lot. But doing the academy, physically being there, after we take TCOL, again, reality-based training, I commend them. I think that's important. We don't know what's on the streets, and I feel like, obviously reality-based training, they just give you a taste of what the streets is like, but at least we have some sort of idea in the basic fundamentals, like, hey, this is what you need to do, and this is how you need to approach something. Also, like report writing. I don't know what other department may do that, but report writing was great. Enjoyed that. They give us a lot of tools to be successful, honestly.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And now I can say that I appreciated the 10-month academy. So
you're going to give me away here. We did academy evals recently, but I actually don't agree with 10 months being long enough. My reasoning is
not being long enough.
Not being long enough. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
There's times where things can be rushed, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
And we did speak with the major this morning, and he brought up some really good changes that they're planning to do. I'm not going to give away his secrets, but it was longer RBT sessions nearing the end of the academy, and I thought that was a brilliant idea. There's, things that can be worked around and changed.
Good. Well, look, our goal is for you to go out there day one and be able to handle any situation, because day one you go out there, everything can happen.
Oh, yeah.
Within the first minute of taking a call, anything can happen, and we need you to be prepared. So that's why I'm good with 10 months, because I see so many things come across my desk. I see so many scenarios that happen out there, and then you look and you say, holy crap, this officer's only been out here shortly. I mean, look what happened last night. That's someone that's still on training. So anything can happen.
Yeah. No, I got a question for you, Chief. In this leadership, we've talked shortly after you got here, right? What is your biggest surprise about the effectiveness of the Dallas Police Department and the people that work here? Like, what surprised you? Because I know you knew we had a reputation before you got here, but once you got here and you actually see what we deal with every day, what surprises you most?
Well, there's a couple things. One thing, I feel like the Dallas Police Department hasn't had leadership style like mine. And everybody has different leadership styles, and some better than others, some equal, just different. One of the things for me is, and we've talked about this before, is empowerment. It's about wanting the command staff to be able to make decisions and bring that all the way down to the lieutenants, the sergeant levels, and the officers level. I want the department to have a voice. I don't want to have the only voice. Now, I'll make the final decision, but I want everyone in the department to have a voice to be able to go to me. And that's one of the reasons why I have the Chief Advisory Team. And the Chief Advisory Team really brings good things to the table. And a lot of times it's easy, simple things to fix that we've never thought of before on the 6th floor. And we're doing that from the Chief Advisory Team. One of the things that's really great about Dallas, and this is why if anyone wants to be the real police, they should come to Dallas. It does not matter what zip code you go to in the city of Dallas. They all want the same exact thing. And I'm told the exact same thing in every zip code that I go to when I go to town hall meetings. Chief, keep us safe. Everybody in Dallas wants to be safe. And as a police officer, that's what you want to hear. You don't want to hear, well, we don't want you patrolling this area. We don't want you writing tickets here. We don't want you arresting this. Everyone in Dallas says, keep us safe. So that makes it really easy as being a chief of police. And if for any reason I leave Dallas as the chief of police, you should have a long line waiting down the street for people wanting to be the chief of police of Dallas, because it's easy. Because you have community that want you. You have a city that wants law and order. And that's just a really good place to be a police officer. So if you're wanting to start a career, this is the place you want to come, because you can be the real police day one.
We are nearing the end of this episode, just like you're nearing the end of the academy. Y'all have been putting up with me for the past few weeks. I've been kind of popping into the academy, pulling you out of class, just to check up on you, make sure you're not melting down over the prospect of sitting with the chief. I've had to hear from some other people like, hey, there's a little bit of envy, I believe, and that some people that apparently the academy is very aware that you are here today.
Very.
Can y'all talk a little bit about that, just real quick?
News spread fast.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Wildfire.
Well, I tell every guest, I say, don't worry about it because nobody listens to us anyway. So I do want to give a special shout out to Gina Abalon. She's a good friend of the show, and I'm really happy that she's back with our city and our department. I look forward to watching her career continue, because she was here before and she left, and now she's back, and I'm happy she's here, and I'm happy that y'all got to grow as a family and
with her.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
She's my squad leader for.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
It's kind of amazing. Shout out to Gina. It's amazing having a prior police. Just kind of showing us the ropes, and if we're doing something wrong, she's like, hey, no, this is how you do it, or this is how I would do it, and I appreciate that.
Yeah, and that goes for any lateral that comes through
Yes.
as well. They have the knowledge and they help us.
We're open for lateral transfers. We're open. Dallas is open for hiring. Let's go.
Yeah, please come.
So what words of wisdom and encouragement would you have for those wanting to join the Dallas Police Department?
We're here. You can apply online. We're taking applications daily, and you start off with a good salary. You get 10 months of some of the best training possible. You'll be ready to hit the streets day one, and if nothing else, you have a chief that's going to jump in on the polar plunge at least.
There you go.
In full uniform. I want to thank y'all, though, before Chief's going to hit y'all with something here at the end, but I want to thank y'all for doing this. I know that it's not easy. Y'all been under a lot of stress for the past 10 months, and I know that I added to that. And you're shaking your head, Cassandra.
Yes.
I know it's but you
It's
know
kinda
what?
like a pain, huh?
Yeah. See, it's all. Nobody's hurt, right? You're gonna go home
No.
smiling. You're
Yeah.
probably gonna sleep hard the night.
we
but
did.
thank y'all. No, seriously, thank y'all so much. And I know
Thank you.
I really appreciate y'all being a part of this and playing along with my shenanigans. And Chief, they're all yours.
All right. How about this? Tell us what it means to you to not only represent the Dallas Police Department, but what it means to you to represent the department's future.
So just being part of the community and growing up here, I feel just ecstatic to finally hit the streets with being a police officer with the badge and serving my community, hoping to build that trust with them and continue building, as well as just being that trailblazer for the future police or recruits that come through.
Yes. Representing the department's future means being a part of the change, leading with integrity, being able to have the community trust us. I want for our generation to be better than what the past was. I'm not saying that they were bad, but I just want us to be better. And it's an honor to be able to sit in the seats at the academy, because many people apply and don't get the position, but it's more than just wearing the badge and the uniform. We're a reflection of the department. We're a reflection of our family name, and I don't take that lightly.
Let's go, baby. I love it.